Hey, it's R&B again. I'm back with week 2 of my 26-week journey. I told you I was gonna keep it on lock, man. Let's recap last week, right? So I decided at the beginning of the week on Monday that I would start a 12-week year in which I would put together an hour to hour schedule every day in order to accomplish some goals that I set out for 12 weeks. So, one thing that I noticed going into this is that I have had a habit, which I was in denial of overwhelming myself with a whole bunch of tasks that weren't realistically able to get done within a reasonable time frame. So I had to chop it down into three main things that I would focus on during this journey, right? So this is outside of my manual labor because right now I do like general contracting and handiwork. Like, for example, I'm working on a house in Cleveland Heights. I'm doing some finishing work and I'm on a contract through this upcoming Sunday. My goals for this 12-week journey reside outside of my day-to-day manual labor that I do under my LLC and that I do under contracts that I subcontract. So it's like basically like I have a 9 to 5, which is, I mean, technically like I go to work when I want every day, but I am trading my time for money, right? So this is self-employment. It's not exactly a business because when you have a business, you have employees that you pay and you have to file taxes and you have to put people on payroll and stuff like that. Me, I'm just trading my time for money. I'm using a specific set of skills in order to do that. So the three things that I'm focused on outside of my self-employment are: one, music, because that, like I said, that's just my top priority right now. I gotta crank that shit out, you feel me? Two is going to be my e-commerce that I want to get into. And that's something that I'm gonna kind of have to fill you in on as I go because I can't give out all the details right now because I'm still in revision mode. I want to further revise my plan and the details of the plan and all of the things that I want to put into this e-commerce situation before I fully launch it. And then the third thing is going to be Forex. And I can go into more detail about that. So we have that, right? So as far as these three things, what have I done in this past week in order to work on these three things? As far as my music, I've been working on music every day. I can honestly say that. I've opened up my MacBook and opened up my recording software and done some revisions to my music and recorded and, did some stuff with music every day. I did drop 2 songs. Go listen to them. They called the I'm Not Responsible R&B mix. It's a 2-pack, right? It's 2 songs, and the first one is nicknamed "I Made It," and the second one is called "Round Two." And yeah, they hard. Like, don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? My shit hard. But that's that. I already dropped those on SoundCloud and YouTube, and I'm waiting on the stores to approve them so that I can get those on all streaming services. But yeah, go fuck with me as far as those, right? I made my own cover art for those. I went ahead and dropped those, which is great. You know what I'm saying? I got the ball rolling on the music. I'm going to start stepping out some music events soon. That's definitely within my 12-week goals. But for right now, dropping music and recording is good enough, and curating content in general based around that is good enough. In which I will have more content for my music on my different social media sites. I'm thinking about creating a website. We'll get to that later. So that's that as far as the music. As far as the e-commerce, I have been revising my plan and I have been revising 2 ebooks that I'm going to use as far as my e-commerce. like I said, I can't go into too much detail about it right now because it's a very exclusive thing, and I don't want to just throw it out there and somebody just snatch it and try to, use it as their own. And then also, I want it to be not exactly a surprise, but I want it to be a fresh idea as I launch it, instead of somebody saying, "Oh, like he talked about this in his video." Like, "Oh, I already know he doing." Like I kind of want to make sure that I grab my audience attention. For lack of better words, let's keep it real, right? Because I am a businessman and entrepreneur, and I do have a target audience in which I want to relay these messages and products and services to. So let's keep it real with that, right? And as far as my third focus, in this past week, my focus for Forex has been to trade at least a couple times and to make money off of it in general. And I got a couple transactions out the way, and I lost a little bit of money and I made a little bit of money. And by a little bit of money, I literally mean, like, I think I lost around $3 and I made $1 and something back. So nothing too wild. Right now, like I said, I'm focused on using strategies to do transactions in the market and feel my way around it and fit it into my daily routine so that I do make trades every day so that I can eventually become proficient. Like, I'm not trying to rush all of this stuff, right? But outside of that, I have investments that I made, right? Like I said, I made a pushed account and I made a stashed account, and I put money into both of those. Well, there's good news for that. With my pushed account, I actually increased the amount of money that I have from that, because when I threw the $80 in there was already a campaign running with Pushed, in which when people invested, once they reached a certain level of people within the Push network, then the value of the coin would go up. And so it went up, and now it's worth like 0.075 dollars. So you might want to get into the Push network and grab some of your own, because that shit's going fast, you feel me? And it's definitely a great time to hop in there and get you some bread. Yeah, so the amount of money that I invested in Push went from the initial amount of $80 to like $114. And then as far as my stash investments, I got like $50 worth of free money or whatever. Like, they gave me $50 for signing up or some shit. And I threw that into an investment portfolio, and that grew by like $3. So that's like $53 added on to the original money that I put in there. I put like 25, and then I have reoccurring investments going in stash. So I think like $20 was automatically withdrawn from my bank account. So my stash account is at like $98 right now. So I jumped from like 80 plus 25, which is 105, to $212 within a week between these two investments. And that's not like super crazy. But when you think about it, that's 100% growth, you know? So my shit increased twofold over a week. Now, if I can keep compounding it like that, then I can definitely do something great with that, especially if I add more money into that. So I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, man, that's week 2. Oh yeah, and a side note, I actually crashed my Trailblazer this past weekend on the way going out of town. And again, some dumb shit happened and circumstances happened, and it's gonna cost money and it's gonna cost time. But I learned my lesson from crashing that, and everything's for a reason. So the truck survived, and I got another whip, so I'm gonna just be whipping my little sedan in the meantime. But hey, we still active and we still going, man. It don't even matter. But yeah, that's week 2. And I also have some metrics that I'm gonna go through here, and I might as well read these metrics off because, like I said, I wanted to fine tune the times that I was using to work on stuff. And I also want to make sure that I'm actually recording them and that I'm analyzing my numbers. So let's see. I got this list of scorecards in which I'm doing stuff. So here's my weekly scorecard for week 1. Mind you, when I restarted this 100K 6-month challenge and I decided to split the first segment of this into 2 12-week increments, I hadn't finished the 12-week year audiobook that I was talking about. So I didn't receive all of the knowledge from that and didn't apply it completely to my first week. So part of the book mentions to do a strategic block every day in which you spend 3 hours strategizing and doing essential work that you prioritize above other stuff in order to accomplish large scale goals. And I didn't allocate any specific time to a strategic block. So that's at a 0. My other categories include music, in which I spent 1 hour on, which is just fucking ridiculous. My workouts, I did a total of 3 workouts, not including manual labor. And, you know, I do go hard with the manual labor. So it's like, 3 is okay. You know, like a healthy person, according to some studies, should do at least 3 high intensity workouts a week. But that's not enough for me. I gotta work out every day, so I gotta go harder with that. And then my AM routine, I did 2 of those last week. Not enough. I spent 24 minutes reading last week. That's not enough. I mean, not counting the audiobook that I listened to, but still. I did 22 hours of manual labor. And yeah, I think that's the metrics that I can actually tell you about. And then another thing that I want to say before I get off of here is that I was meditating on Sunday, I think. And while I was meditating, I asked my spirit guides, hey, what can I do to optimize my life going forward in order to utilize my time to the utmost degree and to get wealthy as quick as possible? And I got the answer towards the end of the meditation clear as day. I promise. This is literally what they said. They said to stick to an hour-to-hour schedule for 21 days straight. And they also said to stay on a completely raw vegan diet, right? No cooked foods. Everything I eat is going to be plant-based. And also to work out every day, like literally, quote unquote, stay on your workout shit during this 21-day process. And you have great effects and favorable results going forward after that 21 days, right? So I said, all right, fine, I'm gonna take that literal, right? And that was Sunday. So I started that on Sunday because I was meditating during my Sunday routine. So we got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today is Thursday, right? So I'm on day 5 of that. And I will tell you the honest to God truth when I say I feel great. I feel excellent. I was just tired a few minutes ago, but because I went to bed kind of late last night. But other than that, I feel great. You know, I feel very alert. I feel very attentive. I feel very calm. I feel determined, motivated. I don't feel depressed at all. I feel very poised and focused. So I will tell you firsthand that I believe that I'm on the right path and that my spirit guides are really, really throwing a nice cloak of armor on me against the procrastination demons out here. You feel me? And I will also say that it's totally worth it to read that book or listen to it, however you prefer to consume that information. And I'm going to put the link down below. Make sure you follow me. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's try to get to 100 YouTube followers, man. I'm trying to do that by the end of this week. I'm at 93. It's nothing. I know 7 people could use some of this knowledge. So like, share, comment, do what you can in order to spread this information. Is very useful, and I'm pretty sure it'll pick up steam as I continue with this 12-week and 6-month journey But hey, that's it for today. I'm gonna have something for you in another week. Peace.